right, welcome in to Baton Rouge Regional. We're joined now by Southeastern's head coach Rick Fremin, Riley Ford, and Shelby Morris. Southeastern is moved to 50-15 on the season. We'll start with an opening statement. From head coach Rick Fremin. Then we'll have questions of the players. We'll dismiss them. Then the coach will close after that. Coach, you're up.
Wow. To be able to take down such a storied historic program with so much tradition here at the home field in our home state, just two teams giving everything they got. It was a phenomenal game. I tip my cap to LSU for the season that they've had, and they went on a tear for quite a bit throughout the season. But, I also want to honor the Southeastern Louisiana University Lions. It's been a privilege to be the head coach here and to touch 50 wins. And in today's time of coaching is getting harder than it's ever been. And I'm just truly blessed and just favored to be, and very honored and humbled to be able to coach these young ladies next to me and the ones that are celebrating on the field. So we're playing on Championship Sunday for the second year in a row, and I couldn't be happier.
We'll open it up to questions for the players, for the media. Please wait for the mic to come to you.
This is for any player. Coach is talking about y'all having a warrior mentality. You guys got removed for the first time all season in the big game. What is the message like when you get back to the hotel and try to reset it for a game like this?
Honestly, we just shot to crush it, and we knew that we could do it because we beat them already, and all we had to do was play like we had a play and just fight to the end. Yeah, we really wanted to be aggressive against the Nebraska and didn't feel like we were playing a softball, so we knew against LSU that we just needed to get back to who we were and that we could get the job done.
Proud of the players. Y'all gave up the lead a few times in the game. Just how that was taking my things about the entire course of the ball game.
Watching the defense, we just try to do a good job keeping each other under control and taking reps. Like, we spread the outcomes. Like, we have to play our audience at once, no matter what happens. Like, it's already in the story, so we just try to be honest, so whatever happens. And on defense, it was just next play. Like, we knew that no matter what happened, we can always get back on offense and just get the job done.
For Brian, to play your game, I know there's still a lot more to achieve in this tournament, but I guess just achieving 50 wins this year and taking down, I guess, the state school, I guess, what is it feeling like?
It's awesome, honestly. It's great. Like from the first weekend we had together, the team on our retreat, it's giving the glory to God. I mean, God's just so good. Brian player. Obviously, the job's not done here in Baton Rouge. You guys have to beat Nebraska twice tomorrow morning in advance. How do you guys kind of not make this moment too big and stay locked in for the rest of the weekend? We don't make the moment bigger than what it is. We focus on each pitch and win each pitch, and we work. We know from the hard work that we started on in August that we can do it and we put our minds to it. So just playing against any softball and just playing our hardest no matter what happens. We just want to go out there and play like ourselves. Like, we don't want to play against them. We're playing ourselves. We just need to know how to play like we usually do. Play aggressive and fast.
Any other questions for the players?
This team made it to a regional championship last year. What lessons did you learn in last season that you're able to bring forward for tomorrow and this year taking on Nebraska?
Unfortunately, I was not able to be with this team last year, but just from watching, no matter what, we're going to play our hearts out. So last year's team, they gave their all. This year, it's the same mentality. We're like a warrior and their all. And like I said, whatever happens, it's what we do. I wasn't here either because I'm a freshman, but I think we just need to take it one game at a time.
Thank you, players. Thanks for joining us. We are dismissed. Now we'll open it up for questions for the head coach.
Hey, Coach. In your opening statement, you said that coaching is getting hard. Looking at the world that's changing of athletics with NIL, transfer portal, what has the process been like for you to build this program into what it is today?
Well, I believe I'm a different coach probably the last 4 or 5 years than I was earlier in my career. My parents raised me just to look at what you have, not what you don't have. And my dad was a diesel mechanic. He built his own house. My grandfather, the same thing, diesel mechanic, built his own house. So work's all I know. And I recruit grinders, and I recruit players that want to be developed and in the system. But I also recruit players that want to work on self-improvement. The world kind of neglects that in a sense at times. They're chasing everything else. And I believe if you could get a player that is in the right heart or in the right place and in the right spirit, to be open to coaching, and I'm talking true coaching, goes on and off the field, then I believe you could touch that player's heart. The art of coaching is to get a player to do something they never thought they could do, along with getting them to retain the information and execute it into its purest form. And when a coach can do that and push buttons and touch lives, at the end of the day, I learned from Coach Robichaux, he's not with us anymore, the great late baseball coach, that, the Lord, He's sending all these young ladies to me, right? And at the end, he's going to say, well, what'd you do with them? Did you tell them about me? So my coaching has changed over the last few years, and I've tried to do my very best on being a transformational coach as opposed to a transactional coach.
Coach, you made a couple of this in your opening statement. What kind of feeling did you go through, and are you still feeling it right now? Are you still trying to conceptualize what this means to your opponent?
Well, maybe only a few coaches are going to understand what I'm about to say, and hopefully you all as well. I coach like this in the fall. I coach like this in February. So regardless of the opponent, I'm preparing myself and our team for a regional and a super regional and in our season at the World Series. So my style of coaching and how I'm coaching, it takes place throughout the year. I don't get to a regional and then go, okay, let's turn it on and let me pull out all the stops with what I need to do as a coach and be the best version of myself. I am trying to do that in the scrimmage. I'm trying to do that in practice, and I'm trying to do that even against a lesser opponent that we may play on our schedule. And that way, when we get to the moment is already taken care of itself because we repped it in those other games. Thank you for your question.
Coach, considering the leads that y'all blew and the defensive miscues y'all had,
yeah,
and to still pull it off, I guess, was this another level of resiliency that your team showed?
I think you're touching on something. I just told them to empty the tank in this game. Let's empty the tank, and let's give it all we got. And I looked everybody in the eye that was taking the field, and I made sure that I had their attention. And I said, give me everything you got. And the way they were shaking their head, I knew they were going to go out there and give everything they got in the last inning to do what they needed to do. And that's all that I can ask. A lot of players won't play for their coach. This group will. And I'm very humbled to say that. And I think we put a good product on the field. I think they're excited to watch. And also, I think they play the game the right way. There's a way to play the game. And that's kind of what I was alluding to earlier. A lot of kids in today's time, at all levels, they don't play the game the right way. And if I'm going to continue to stay in this, I want our team to play the game the right way.
Coach, you guys came to this as the 4 seed, the underdog, but you guys seemed to, it didn't matter. You guys just played your game. Was that the message that the seeding just didn't really matter?
Absolutely, you nailed it. I don't care what seed we are and what regional we went to. We're going to go in there and create havoc. We can go back and look at the conference tournament, post-game interview, and that's exactly what I said. It doesn't matter to me what regional we go to. They're all good. Everybody does a great job putting on a regional. You want to end your season in the postseason, in the regional, and the super regional and World Series. And once we knew we were doing that, man, this team plays fast and plays free, And again, and they're very excited. And I hope everybody that bought a ticket this weekend has enjoyed watching the Lions play. And so, you know, we get to do it once more. Tomorrow, possibly a second game, you know, and then you get to go to Supers. And life is short, you know, it says it's but a vapor. And, you know, in a few minutes I won't be in front of you anymore, and I've had this platform, and I want to try to maximize that platform. And I appreciate you all, the job that you do, being behind the camera and telling our story. So I just tip my cap to each one of you in today's time for always telling our story. And if we haven't met, you know, I'd be honored to meet each one of you and have a minute to talk with you and get to know who you are as well.
Coach, despite the defensive miscues tonight, the bullpen once again came in and got a lot of clutch outs for you late in the game. How good does it feel for you as a coach to be able to watch them go and get those key outs, especially in a spot like this that we see them on the line?
Well, I tell our team, let's pride ourselves in building a staff. You know, you can pull the numbers. We have one of the top 10 pitching ERA staffs in the country. And everyone on our staff has grown at some point this year. They've done a great job of complimenting one another. A team first always. We're going to continue to keep that mentality here. And we want pitchers that understand the team first mentality. But we also want them to understand throwdown. There's times I don't want to take the ball out of their hand, and I want them to go out there and get it done. Because when you get done with this game, there's going to be some things that cross your path. You're going to have to step up and get it done in life, because life's very unforgiving. But I believe these ladies are battle tested for the game. I also believe they're battle tested for life. Once they go through our program with our on and off the field development, I believe it's second to none.
We have time for one more question, anyone? Nope. Thank you, Coach. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Line up.